at you with a teaching tip. My first video teaching tip is about centers. There's no need for me to go on and on with you regarding the research that has shown the benefits of having cooperative learning opportunities for students. And indeed, centers is one of those opportunities. However, the thought of having about 4 or 5 different things going on at the same time in your classroom can be very intimidating. So we have to remember that before we can get into the nitty-gritty and the fun activities and the whole center thing, we have to teach our students how to behave and learn at centers. So that in and of itself is a whole class. So what I usually do at the beginning of the school year is draw a picture of an ear, a picture of an eyeball, and a picture of a hand to explain to the students what centers should look like, sound like, and feel like. And we go through this process of stating that centers should look like we're learning, and it should look like we're getting along. It should sound like voices are at a level 1, which is more like a whisper. It should feel like we are trying our best, and on and on and on. And then we actually practice centers. Before I create a full-fledged math center time, I placed maybe a simple board game at one center, a computer game at another center, just activities for them to just practice interacting with each other, where the learning activities aren't really the key focus, not the academics, it's more of the social piece. So that way the students can go through that experience, and at any moment that you see things going on that you do not want to see in future centers, you stop the lesson, you stop the center activities, and you reflect right there and right at that moment. You can't let it go on and on. You've got to nip those things in the bud. So, for example, if you have the students at these centers and the voice levels are just getting way too high, then you need to stop and you need to ask the students to refer back to the chart of what centers should sound like, and ask them, does it sound like our voice levels are at a level 1, or does it sound like we are working well with each other? Or does it sound like we're treating others the way we want to be treated? And those are teachable moments for them, and don't let up. Keep going, keep hitting those things, as redundant and as annoying as it may be for you. Trust me, the benefits far outweigh the annoyance of it. You want to nip those things in the bud so that you're not really being miserable with centers for months and months to come. You want the students to really, truly understand what the expectations are and live up to those expectations. Also, whenever it comes to creating your centers, don't reinvent the wheel every single time. Have a basic structure that is the same. For example, for my math centers, I have a computer center, I have a game center, I have a skill center, and I have what I call a problem-solving center. And so that is the same structure week after week after week. What changes is the activities within that center. So, for example, the skill may be even and odd numbers for that particular week. So all of the problem-solving center, the skill center, the computer center, and the game center all are built around the concept of even and odd. The next week, it may be comparing numbers. So then all those activities would change to focus on comparing numbers. But the center structure is still the same. I still have my skill center. I still have my problem-solving center. I still have the game center, and so on and so forth. So the benefits of that are not just for you, the teacher, but that one's obvious. Okay, you're not, going crazy trying to reinvent these flashy centers week in and week out. But more importantly, the students come to thrive off of structure, and they expect that structure. So you're not spending 10, 15 minutes teaching the students how to work in those centers. There's that expectation of, okay, this is the skill center. I know I'm usually doing a skill packet here. So that way, you're not focusing so much on teaching them what to do. You're focusing on teaching them the skill instead. So, That was my first video teaching tip. Yay! I'm so excited. I love this blog. Please join the blog. I know I'm getting a lot of views, but if you could actually join, click on that banner that says join this site. I would really appreciate it. I hope that this is beneficial for you. I must say, please, this is a big disclaimer. I do not claim to be an expert. I just know what has worked for me in the past and what has not worked for me in the past, and I'm hoping that this site will help eliminate a lot of the drama that I've experienced myself. I hope that this website can help you really get straight to what works for you. Take care.